Hello, beautiful people. I'm here to talk about the 2026 Royal Rumble. It happened yesterday morning in my case, and it basically took up the whole day because right after the show ended, I watched the live streams, reactions, stuff like that, and then I just got too tired to make my own video. But I'm here to finally talk about it, and yeah, I think for Riyadh to have WrestleMania next year. I know the show, like the look of WrestleMania next year is gonna look great because this Royal Rumble stage was awesome. With that said, I'm a little bit concerned. The production is always not the greatest when they go over there. You heard if you watched the kickoff, you know that they were um cutting off mics midway. The volume was down. It was just I don't want to say a disaster, but it was not the best when it came to that kind of stuff. And I think they picked the correct women's Royal Rumble winner, and they picked the safest men's Royal Rumble winner. Liv and Roman Reigns are your current 2026 Royal Rumble winners. Liv is someone who I've always wanted to see win the Royal Rumble. If Bianca was in it, I would have said she would have won it, but I don't know if she's still cleared. I don't even know if she's gonna make it to WrestleMania this year. This injury is really bad. We have not seen her do anything since Evolution as the referee for Jade and Naomi. I really thought Bianca was gonna come out and win it, and it probably would have helped value Jade Cargill's title run because she hasn't done anything memorable outside of just beating up people without really defending that belt, right? And then as far as the men's Royal Rumble goes, um, I was happy with the first half of the Royal Rumble with Femi dominating. I thought he was gonna break Brock Lesnar's record, honestly. Um, but they unfortunately didn't do that. They had cool spots with um the uh, the original Grande Americano coming out. Kind of sucks for Chad Gable that he wasn't back yet to be clear, but hey, the original Grande Americano's back, and it looks like he's gonna fight this new iteration of El Grande Americano. Um, we had it was weird. So we had Mr. Iguana and we had La Parca, and I was happy to see them, but at the same time, like, where was Finn? Where for the men, none of the Judgment Day members made it. But yeah, it really threw me off because like even CM Punk was like, "Hey, if you want to fight me again, get in the Royal Rumble," and he wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. I'm just like, dude. And that is another thing that's gonna concern me when they go to WrestleMania. Is it gonna limit the amount of people they can have at WrestleMania? Because a lot of people straight up said, "I'm not going." Um, Remember how long it took for Sami Zayn? That was for religious purposes, obviously. But eventually, Sami Zayn does make it. He still lost to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, who helped eliminate Cody Rhodes, that was awesome. My guess is they're gonna do him, Fatu. So they're gonna do a triple threat: Cody, McIntyre, Fatu. Um, what else happened? The big one, AJ Styles is officially retired from WWE, 10-year anniversary, and honestly, I was happy with the match. It was a really good match. It was a little sad that AJ Styles retired, but it looked like he like took his glove off, put it on the ground, and then put it back on. I'm guessing he's going to TNA. I think if he were to retire, TNA makes sense. I do wish that TNA had a bigger platform because TNA hasn't been TNA in a while. Like if just ever since this collab with WWE, they felt very different. Like I love TNA back in the day, but this TNA hasn't been the same since. Maybe he goes to AEW. Maybe we finally get him and Omega, a match that we have been clamoring for like a decade now. Um, but there's a lot of stuff that we could get excited for. When it comes to AJ Styles, but yeah, I don't think him retiring in WWE needs to happen. But the whole Gunther retiring people from Goldberg, Cena, and now AJ Styles, I'm a little shocked he didn't win the Royal Rumble. I thought that's the route they were gonna go with, and personally, is the route that I kind of wish they went with because wouldn't it make sense for Gunther to win the World Heavyweight Championship from CM Punk and then have him retire Brock Lesnar? Because it sounds like that's where they're going. Because Brock and Brock and Gunther is a match that they've been clamoring for years, and they finally get the chance to do it. Wouldn't it make sense to make it for the World Championship? They should have just gone all the way and have Gunther win it. Because I'm thinking long term booking, and this could have made sense. Plus, Roman Reigns fighting for the title. I mean, personally, based on that little incident with Braun Breaker getting attacked by a masked man, everybody says it's Seth Rollins, and I wouldn't be shocked if it is. But there is a strong chance. There are people saying that like the guy moved his neck a little funny. It could be John Moxley, and if it is, I kind of hope it is. And then we do the Shield versus Division. We could have Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and either Logan or Austin versus the Shield. That would have been cool for WrestleMania. Um, that there's a lot they could do, but I kind of do hope it is John Moxley just for that. That excites me more. Um, so I'm curious to see where they're going with this story with the Vision. But yeah, Oba Femi was built like a star, but he should have really made it to the final four. There's a side of me that kind of hoped he would win this. I was happy, but yeah, like I said, the first half of the Royal Rumble was top tier, and then they just botched it at the end. Even Drew McIntyre, when he cost Cody the match, like we can clearly see Drew McIntyre right there. Um, before the reveal. I don't know where they're going with this, but I don't know. I think they tried with what they had, but they went the safe route, and it's unfortunate because it looks like Triple H kind of he heard the crowd, and then he said, "Okay, let's just play it safe." And it's unfortunate because it sucks because I kind of miss the Triple H that took risks. Because I don't hate Triple H's booking as much as everybody else does, but I miss when he did take risks. Like he took a risk with John Cena's heel turn, and then he went the safe route and turned him back into a baby face. So there's a lot of things that I kind of wish we went back to back in the day. But yeah, overall, I'm curious to see where WrestleMania goes. But yeah, this show wasn't it for me. The Royal Rumbles, these were the worst Royal Rumble since 2022, I want to say. Um, I like the 2020 ones, at least the men's one. 2021 had some really, really good ones, even though it was the one with all the screens. 2020 through 2022 was bad. 2023 had two really good Royal Rumbles with Cody and Rhea winning. 2024 had some other really good ones, and then last year's were also great. So this is the first eh Royal Rumble of the 2020s, I should say. But I am curious for WrestleMania. I'm not yet excited for it. Also, Liv screwing over Raquel made sense. There's a side of me that wants to believe that we're gonna get Raquel and Liv, which would be the better story, maybe not the better match. But the rumor is that Stephanie Vaquer is injured, so they want to take the belt off her. Maybe she needs some healing, and that would mean that Stephanie Vaquer's first WrestleMania will be next year at Saudi Arabia, which is kind of unfortunate. But I don't know. Those are just my quick thoughts on the show. It was a little too safe for um a Royal Rumble. Like they went the safe route. It was fine, but yeah. Like I said, they could have had other guys in there. Dominic, I don't know if he's injured. Finn should have really been at this Royal Rumble. He could have made it to the final four. That would have been interesting. But yeah, this Royal Rumble, the men's one wasn't good. The women's was good. Sol Ruka had a outstanding performance. Making it to the final three, that was great. The last three girls were blondes, each representing NXT, SmackDown, and Raw, which was awesome. Tiffy's back, but no Bianca. So I don't know. There's a lot of people that could have came back, but they didn't. LA Knight came back and he got screwed over. Jay Uso came out, and then in the middle of his entrance, Brock gets eliminated. Roman turns on Jay. Maybe they could have done Jay versus Roman if they didn't want if Roman didn't win the Royal Rumble, but who knows what they're doing now. Um, but I just want to see WWE do good. That's what I want. Anyways, take care, everybody.